Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Also check me out on Twitch as Floyd Mason. Let's go. Oh boy. Can trick the game. Doesn't realize I'm underwater right now. What a sucker. We can't get enough stuff here. So, it's not the worst use of our time. But yeah, I mean, coming up on that 4-hour mark, and it's just a lot of places we haven't been. While we were making great progress, I mean, you can really quickly just start to waste a lot of time. The logic starts to get kind of blurry at this point, always to me. It's honestly why almost doing like the 5 set ones, like medallions, is easier, because I would just be like, yeah, I don't want to do Force or Shadow. Like, don't care at all about Force or Shadow. Oh, what is with this lag? Come on, something. The thing is too is like when you don't get stuff early, it just makes you want to bail. But as Jabu showed us, like it was literally the last 2 items, and then they weren't even really good because I didn't get anything out of Forest. So that was a whole crapshoot. Okay, so I need the long shot to get over there, which I can't do. But I can do, other than the long shot stuff, the whole Dark Link part. So that's pretty solid. Should be. I could have gone through this the other way, but come down the top, but whatever. Here now, I wasn't thinking. I kind of forgot I had a Song of Time, honestly. Or else I would have gone through Darklink first and down through here. Just because you can kind of skip this part. Oh, there, please. Oof. Got locked out, almost didn't make it in. But good, we good. Man, for a long time I was like, ooh, I need a couple more. And now that I got them, they're everywhere. Come on. Come on, something in water. Don't make me regret coming in here, please. I don't. Oh, right, I can't get out here. I don't hate water. I know a lot of people have hate for water. Like, it's fine. Certainly not my favorite temple, but I don't mind it. But the problem is, it is, as far as the ones in this go, like, the one I tend to do the least. Um, just because you have to loop on yourself so much. But every time I don't do it, it has something I need, and every time I do it, it's not needed. So it's a real pain, real nuisance. Um, so where it just was. Let's go in this way. One thing at least, I can warp up there, and I can save my key. We'll have to decide how long we go. I don't think I'll go past 11. It's like an hour and a half. A, just because by that time I'll be really hungry and want my food. And B, I don't want to miss Floppy's run if he's going for it. So, again, not that big a deal to have to finish on Sunday if it comes down to it. Probably be tired, but again, the run's going pretty well. So, while it might take a while, I at least won't get stuck. I have a lot of places to go. Mm, oops. Nope. Save myself a key. Hopping over like this. So I can't get the skull in here, but at least I can see what it is. To know if long shot is that important. Nope. I'm so close to bailing on Water Temple. It's been crap so far. And I have to fight Dark Link, which I don't want to do. But at this point, I may as well stick it out. Okay. Bring it on. One of the worst rooms in the game, especially when you don't have Zora Tunic, because you can get real close. Oh, come on. I got him. You gotta be kidding me. Like, I hate this enemy. Cool. I guess I'll just die down here then. Oh, for Christ's sake. It's just like the worst enemy, because you hit them and it goes, no, didn't get me. No touch. Got him. Yeah, they absolutely are. Again, it's like playing, when you were a kid with like like fake plastic guns and you like shoot somebody and they're like, I got you. And they're like, no, you missed me. You missed me. And it's like, F you, kid. I got you. I don't have time for this nonsense. I'm an adult. Let's actually just warp out of here. Okay. So, water's being pretty trash. But I want to stick it out. After this, we're going to go Kakariko. If I had warp songs, it would make my choice so much easier. Like if I could warp back here, I had Pharaoh's Wind, I would have left already. You know, even if I had Serenade of Water. But the fact that I would have to run all the way back here is just enough to keep me here. Oh, God damn it. Okay, we'll push it once. Push it again. Come on, Water Temple, don't let me down. I mean, again, there's this room, there's one other room, and there's just the top run. So, not that much left, honestly. I do have to remember to go down and get the bombable room, because I always forget it. So we'll make sure to do it right after this. We won't forget. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing to get. I don't think it really unlocks more though. I think you needed the 5 of them at this point. So turn around. Go. Bomb. Yeah, that force key made me feel a little better about being in here. Just because I feel like something's in forest. So. Yep. You are right. You are correct. Which is a bummer. But I don't think one more key really unlocks much there, so I'm still going to go to GGG first. But okay, let's see. Doors, so I win that one. So this one. Is this the way up? I can't remember exactly. Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm going to go in the other one. Still, figuring things out. Still got time. Again, I'm probably going to skip Ganon, so that knocks like half hour off my run time. Especially now, like if I'd got to him at like 4.5, 5 hours, it'd be like, sure, I got time. I'm pretty sure I can get up here without. Yep. Ching. Man, Skulltula isn't here though. My God. All right. Top floor it is. Is there another room on this top floor? I don't think so. There's just the room you come out of, right? Nothing else up here? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. So, we can see what the skull is, and then we can get one item after the fight, and then we can get 2 items down the road. So we have 3 items, and we can see what a 4th is. I should probably just key scum this part, but I'm not gonna. We're just gonna play it out. Okay, that's nothing. That's good. If that was like a small key or something, I would be very angry. Now this part sucks with the long shot. With the long shot, it's so quick and easy. But with your hook shot, it's a bit of a nuisance. Maybe one more. Good. I have hover boots. Thank God. This room is so easy with hover boots and such a pain without. There we go. Easy as pie. Definitely recommend to anyone who wants to play a randomizer, waiting until you have hover boots and going to Water Temple. It's pretty nice. Not needed, but so nice for this room and skipping one of the later rooms, like where you get the boss key. Both are just such nice skips. Alright. At least have the big round sword so it'll go faster. You can't block quite as much if I'm using big round sword, and I need half as many hits, so it's a lot quicker. There we go. Pretty quick. Oh, I got him. I got him. You can't block the big round sword. Big round sword's key for that fight. More than any other fight other than Ganondorf. That's a nice try. Ugh. Just Tau over 2. Oh yeah. Again, like with the big round sword, he doesn't block you nearly as much because he can't. He has a regular sword, so you can kind of stand farther away and hit him. It's so much nicer. It's like one of the more annoying parts of the game that just becomes like irrelevant. But it's getting a lot of garbage. Only 1 item left. Pi versus Tau debate. I have not. Are they trying to argue that Tau is a closer representation than Pi? Is that their argument? Oh, wow. Okay, so water sucked. That was a big waste of time, which I knew it would be because I was doing it. But let's warp back to Temple of Time. We'll go get our hammer. And then we will go to GTG. Isn't isn't Tao? Isn't there a singer called Tao Bachman? Didn't he do a song? Is that who you're talking about? Is it like two singers named Pi and the Tao, and who's the best singer? Tau equals 2 pi. It makes more sense as a fundamental constant, or so it's argued. Tau. Thank you. Okay, Tau. You're right. You're of course right. Tau equals 2 pi. See, I wish I had more time to read. Like, that's what kind of annoys me about like my accounting courses is I'm reading a lot of stuff, and like it's all intuitive, but it's memorization. Like, it's like law. It's not. It's not thinking. She's so high. Yeah, great song. Well, not great song, good song. I like it. Um, but like, I would much rather read. Like, I've been reading my book on format, which has been great, and like some of the stuff they prove, and like it's just like, yeah, I want to read all this stuff again. Like, this stuff's so interesting. But instead, I'm reading about like what to do in a tax situation if somebody decides to sell both their properties at once. And it's like, who cares? We're selling two properties in the same year. Cut it out. Cut it the hell out. Now, this is going to be fun because one of these checks is going to give me a hammer and one's going to give me the ice trap. I don't know which one's which. So, 50-50 chance I have to take a drink. We'll go with you. Boom. Surface circumference is C to R. Area is town. Okay. Right. Again, I've been out of the math world for a while. I don't see how it makes it more of a constant, though. Like, hell yeah, 2 pi is the way to go. I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm kind of against it. I got no problem with 2 pi. I don't know why we got to bring Tau into this. Like, people, like, to me, like, I get it. I totally understand. I totally get it. But it's the same number of digits, so whatever. If someone wrote Tau or someone wrote 2 pi, I'd be like, whatever. It's not my math hill to die on. Fighting down, basically. Oh, he only has the Zora tunic. Great. I don't care. I just beat like Zora or Water Temple. I don't care about the tunic. Yeah, man. I got so much math I want to read up on again that I just like forget. Like, it's just like that thing you think about like every once in a while. Like, I used to know so much stuff. I used to be able to calculate some insane things. And like the other day, I was trying to remember like I remember kind of how to calculate like limits and like doing the ratio test and like telling if it converges or not. I'm like, I don't remember any of that. Like first year uni, I'm like, it's just gone, all gone. How about e squared I 1 right there? Okay. I assume in this case that I is standing for imaginary and not something else. Because that I like. That one looks pretty. I can get on board with that. You're lucky. That sounds nice. no math friends, so I've just lost my ability. I talk to my folks. That's about it. They keep me up to date on the math. Oops. Ooh, Nocturnus Shadow. All right. I mean, pretty sweet warp zone. It's not too shabby. I mean, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me what I is. That I remember. I'm not. I've lost my math skills. I'm not an idiot. Although it would be something I'd be interested in reading up on, like again, just how they first kind of started crafting it. Because I love the fact that like zero was not something that existed for a long time. Like that's such a cool fact to me. It's like yeah, like you know, I used to know one. It was on like a card, and it was like oh, like this, like these things were invented before zero was discovered, or kind of like put into form. But like, so my question is, was Tau just an arbitrary letter that wasn't used for anything else, so they just decided it was going to equal 2 pi? Because then I have to wonder why they were using 2 pi in the first place. Like, no, we're not done. We're having a discussion. Um, Ooh, he is our boy. Nope, but you can do this one. Put that bad boy in. Oh, now you're just making assumptions. I don't know about that. I added Unlurk and Greg. I feel very happy with my choices. I have a really good book too on like the study of infinity, which is amazing. I forget what it was the other day. I saw like people arguing about like infinity, and like there was like all infinities are the same. It's like you're an idiot. Like you're stop right there. Ooh, real magic, yeah, yeah, awesome. Things are come together. 4 hours in. But yeah, I was reading about. I can't remember now exactly what this guy showed, but he was like an 18-year-old in France, and he like figured out something to help form a formula, and then it was rejected, like because they didn't like him from like a math competition. Like he showed it to somebody, and I forget who it was. It might have been Kashi, um, who was like, "This is brilliant. You need to clean up this part and resubmit it, and like you'll win this competition." And he sent it into somebody else who was another big name mathematician, and they like lost it, and then um, it was connecting modules to ellipses formulas. He had kind of a really cool idea, but then they didn't accept it, and then he got in like then he was like became like a soldier of war, and he was like in and out of jail, and then somebody tried to like assassinate him, and then he got out of jail and he started seeing this woman, and it turned out the woman had like a husband who was a well-known duelist who challenged him to a duel. So he spent like his last night on Earth just writing out like all of his formulas as quickly as he could, because he knew he was going to go and die. And like there's still like a conspiracy to this day that it was set up by the government because he was trying. It was like around the time Napoleon was in charge, and like there was all the Bastille Day and all that. So there's a belief that like he was a political opposition at like 19, and so they had him murdered. And he was like a brilliant mathematician. It's just like that's crazy. That's such a wild story. Everyone should like read about this dude. Ooh, okay. I'm starting to get some items. Starting to get some stuff. Choose Russian numbers. Yeah. I just remember like one of my teachers explaining, that that there's different levels of infinity, and it's like, well, no, like infinite is infinite, and they were like, right, so you have like all the numbers from 1 to infinity, and you're like, right, and then it's like, okay, so then you take the numbers between 0 and 1, and you can take every number and go 1 over that number, and technically that'd be the same, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, makes sense. And you're like, okay, but then you could take like 2 over most of the numbers, and there's more numbers, so it's already infinitely bigger. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Like that blew my mind the first time I kind of pieced it together. It's like, holy crap, mind blowing. This is why real math or pure math is better than applied math. I love my book too. They're kind of making fun of Newton. They're like, ooh, look at him. He does applied math. Ooh, he uses it on real world situations. Look at this guy. I was like, wow, mathematicians are salty. I love it. Hey, Bob. Oh, goddamn. All right, I'm sorry. I'll take it back. But if you could study just pure math all day over applied, which would you choose? If you had a grant and you could do either one. I don't have Peppa hands. I looked into all those things, and there's so many. Like I don't even know how you would choose them all. Like, am I just supposed to go in there and click like 30 of them on? It's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. Oh my god, I'm getting drunk just in GTG. Okay, so I need one more key to get there. If I made the right call coming in GTG, I had a feeling about it, but made the call. Picked to work with computers. Right, like you made that call because it's harder I feel, to get a job in pure math. Okay, fair enough. I mean, honestly, I think if I could do either, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like I kind of do like basic applied math, you know. Like I look through accounts and I make up formulas that will weed out errors. Um, and people don't give it as much respect as they do. And once I'm done my CPA, I will work on my actuarial more again so I can do it more often. But for right now, my new job lets me do it, which is pretty sweet. I thought today I had a big breakthrough, and I was going to fix a whole load of numbers because I realized a factor we weren't bringing in, and it only represented 2% of the error. So that was kind of a bummer. But, still 2% of the error gone. So it's something. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. It's like you're a professor, and in your free time, you get to do it. Which would be baller. I'd love. Yes, please. But don't know. don't know that I was ever quite good enough to get to that level. I mean, I was not bad at math. I was fairly good at it, but I also just was not the most focused person in the university, and I worked full time, which did not help. Um, I also kind of wish, like, I took like algebra and whatnot, but I kind of wish I'd just focused on calculus. I find it the most interesting. Um, that like kind of the permutation combination part of stats. I really enjoy. I find those kind of real world problems interesting. Oh yeah, yep. And that I enjoyed. Um, I think my for abstract algebra, I think my final was I was trying to find all the what I can't remember how to say it now. All the I don't think it's reversible, but all the I was trying to find a way to basically invert all of the n by n matrices of order two, and find a and like I've broke down like a pattern um, to kind of convert it back, like finding a pattern that takes so many permutations to return it to its original form, which was not easy. And other people in my class, like of our friend group, one just did like a shortest route path from the buildings in the school, and they just walked them and then calculated the shortest route. One just did like a fractal thing, and it was kind of like, oh, I didn't realize we could just pick like easy things. But I mean, like, it's something I enjoyed, like the problem solving of it, like similar to doing the permutation combination type problems. There was when I started looking at math, logic. Yeah, yeah. Our abstract algebra teacher too. He was a really cool guy, and like really made you see. Oh, okay, nice. I can work back out there. That's not bad. Made us see it in like a different way, which is really cool. Um, I think one of the okay, all right, we can almost beat Forest, so that's not bad. Um, and another bottle. So now Ice Cavern's easier if I go there. But a big thing with Guelph was the math program wasn't as big. So in the higher level courses, it got a lot more into physics. It was more physics based, which is fine. Like I found it really interesting, but there wasn't as many high level pure math courses. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Who knows at this point? This run is still going well, but it feels like it's got a chip on its shoulder. It's got something to prove. Again, though, I'm now one item from beating Forest, just the big key. Just the big key from beating Fire. 2 items from Water. So, I mean, and then I just beat Gans. God damn, so many ice traps in here. Oops. I'm still confused about the whole Forest key. Unless I got something at the start of Jabu that I'm completely forgetting, it wants me to beat. But again, like I don't think it counts it as Way of the Hero if you're just getting them a down. I don't think. I'm always a little confused by that, but I don't think every key is Way of the Hero. But maybe. I can never remember. The key logic is very confusing. Like Keysanity makes these runs so much harder. Okay. Don't need that. No. Only not everything is necessarily accessible. Ouch. Yeah, because we're almost done. GTG. I have 3 more items up top. I can go get the center item now. I can do toilet. Well, I can't really do toilet because I don't have the Zora tunic, but I'll try. Yeah, I took off all areas accessible early on in my runs because I just felt it would, shorten it. But I have not noticed it. But I usually find that at least 2 temples are completely barren, whether it tells me so or not. Forces one of the only 5 dungeons. Yeah, it could be the case that like fire and water boss keys are locked in Ganon's. You know, that's a very very real possibility. Um, I'll look at it after because I always mean to kind of read through it. I thought keys were way the hero before, and then I thought they weren't. I also find that if it, goddamn, that sucks. Um, so that just opens spirit, which I did not want. I did not want to find that. But I have seen before because I looked at it and like say in spirit, you only need 3 keys to beat it, but it still counts all 5 as way the hero. So that is a fact. Okay, we got a minute and a half. Again, I can run out of here. Take like 10 seconds to get up if I'm dying. Good. Ugh. Yeah, it absolutely. That's why I don't like spirit being in my runs. It just messes everything. At least spirit is pretty easy. Like because I can go there as an adult, I only need 3 keys, and I can burn a key. So it's not the worst. Cool. Glad I did that. All right, so we have 2 items left. Um, we didn't really get anything in here, did we? I mean, other than a force key. So that's kind of crappy. Get some. Get some. Yeah, but I can't imagine this was the first scale. Because the other scale was pretty easy to find. Force key is way to hero. Yeah, but well, I never had a hint that GTG was way to hero. So I just had a good feeling, or did I? No, I don't think I did. Problem is, I do not want to go to Spirit. It makes so much sense going from here, but I don't want to do it. Like, I feel like warping back to Fire and doing all the hammer stuff up there is a much better use of my time. Of course it is. Why would it be anything else? All right, so we'll get out of here. We'll go do archery. Thanks for watching. Please click to check out my other videos, like and subscribe, and come by Twitch under Floyd Mason to join my live streams.